My name is Antonio Newton, your local realtor, team lead of the Newton Group with Coldwell Banker, and welcome to Neighborhood Home Show. This is a new feature that we're going to do where we highlight the data on specific neighborhoods in our local market. Today we're talking about Hunter's Mill, so stay tuned because you do not want to miss it. Before we dive into the data of Hunter's Mill, please know that you can catch all of our video content on our YouTube channel at Antonio Newton Realtor. There you'll find over 100 videos with our Time to Talk series, our After Coffee interview series. We have Home of the Day. We have our market stats that we do monthly, as well as other tips and strategies for buyers, sellers, as well as investors. And please let us know if you want this neighborhood home show data done for your specific community. We'd be more than happy to oblige. You can contact us via email or my phone number as well. And make sure any of our video content, please share on social media sites. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that way you get notified of any new video content. So today, if you're watching this, you are most likely a resident of Hunter's Mill or thinking about that community. So what we're going to do is dive into the data, going back to 2015 and give you all the stats on how it's trending, where we're at currently, and what this means for you and the opportunity that it presents. So first, Hunter's Mill is a great subdivision that's located in West Columbia. And going back to 2015, and the reason why we're choosing that, because we could have went back to 2010, but as we know, in 2010, we were still in the recovery process from the market crash. So that data is really going to skew it because numbers were down still. So 2015 gives us a more true and accurate picture and starting point of where we're at now. We had recovered some out of the recession, and we were getting back to a normal functioning economy. And of course, we didn't want to go back, or we didn't want to do it not far enough, because we really started to trend towards a seller's market in about 2018, 2019. So if we just started there, once again, that data would be skewed. So from doing the research, 2015 seemed like a good middle point and starting point to get the most accurate data for where things are at and how they're trending, which is going to directly affect you, whether you're a homeowner already in the community or a potential buyer that's looking to buy or invest in the community. So when we go back to 2015, there were 15 closed sales that year in 2015. You had one VA, you had 7 FHA loans, you had 4 cash buy transactions, and 3 conventional loans. The average price per square foot was $72.72. And when you look at the average list price to sell price, the average list price was $130,507, and the average sale price was $127,026. And of course, sellers at that time were still also contributing to closing costs. Now, with the way our MLS is set up, that is not a required field. So I have left that out because I can't give you the accurate data on who paid for closing costs and how much, because that's not a required field. So even if there's nothing there, that doesn't necessarily mean that the seller didn't contribute to closing costs. So we just left that data out of our markets. But as you can see, and as we go through it, you'll see how it's trending. So once again, just a quick summary. 2015, average price per square foot was $72.72, and we had 15 closed transactions there. Now, 1 year later, we go to 2016, we had 18 closed transactions there. We had 1 that was owner finance. We had 2 that was a cash transaction. We had 8 conventional, 7 FHA, and 0 VA loans. Price jumped up $11 per square foot, so the average price per square foot was $83.26 over the course of 2016. Sales price, the average ask price was $127,961, so roughly $128,000. And the average sale price was $126,477. So that was almost par with what the ask to list price was. The ask price to sell price was almost identical. So then in this year, sellers were not given very much discount, and this is once again starting in 2016. We see the price per square footage went up. We also see that we had more sales. So what happened in 17? In 17, we still went up. We went from $83.26 price per square foot to $88.14. So we went up $5. We went from 18 sales to 25 sales. So once again, we start to see that seller's market coming in. Not as aggressive as we're in right now. In 2017, we had 7 conventional loans. We had 3 cash transactions. We had 11 FHA. And then we had 1 VA loan. And then we had 2 that was state housing FHA. And that means that they were getting down payment assistance from the state housing program. The average ask price or list price was $141,490. So let's say $141,500. And the average sales price was $139,620. So let's say $139,500. So really only a $2,000, when you look at the average, a $2,000 discount. So pretty much full ask price. We had more sales at a higher price per square foot. So since 15, we've been trending this way. Sales have been going up, price per square foot has been going up, which obviously indicates that sales price is going up as well. Now, you compare that to what happened in 2018, a little bit dip in the number of transactions. So in 2018, you had only 21 transactions versus the 25 in 2017. You had 8 conventional loans. You had 4 FHA loans. You had 3 cash transactions. You had 3 VA loans. And then you also had 1 state housing FHA. You had 1 state housing conventional loan. And then you had an other. I'm not sure what that other is, but you had an other. You had an other from another mother. I'm just playing. But that price per square foot was $87.84. So we saw a slight dip in price per square footage wise. And you may ask why that was. Well, more 2-story homes sold in 2018. So for your knowledge, a 1-story home price per square footage generally will always be higher than a 2-story home. And the reason for that is if you have a 2,000 square foot 1-story home, that means you have a 2,000 square foot foundation as well as roof. If you have a 2,000 square foot 2-story home, you have a 1,000 square foot foundation and a 1,000 square foot roof. So you don't have as big of a house footprint even though the square footage is the same. So that's why a 2-story home, generally, the price per square footage will always be lower than a 1-story home. So when you see that reflect in 2018, you see that slight dip. However, but purchase price was still up. So you were at $151,840 with the average list price, and the average sale price was $150,524. So not very much discount there. Once again, being in that seller's market. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the average days on the market in 2018 was 27. Let me go back because I forgot to share that with you. The average days on the market in 2017 was 29. The average days on the market in 2016 was 68. And the average days on the market in 2015 was 90. So once again, you see that decreasing, another indicator, another data statistic to show what kind of market we're in. So not only is the price per square footage going up, but then things are also selling faster. So in 2018, the average days on the market was less than 30, which as we know is tremendous. And you got to look at how many loans were financed. You only had 3 cash transactions in 2018, and the average days on the market was still only 27. When you look at 2019, now, the average days on the market was 17. The average price per square foot was $90.22. The average sales price, or the average list price, was $160,864. The average sale price was $160,159. So once again, like I mentioned, you see that incline in 2018 when things really took a turn and started selling faster. In 2019, we had 2 VA transactions. We had 10 FHA transactions, 8 conventional, 1 cash, and one with state housing conventional loan. And we had 22 sales for 2019. So what did it do during the year of the pandemic? We know 2020, March, the whole world came to a halt. We still had 19 closed transactions in Hunter's Mill. So we still stayed on par with what they had done the previous years. You know, when you look at the average, we were anywhere between 18, 21, 25, 22. So not much of a dip. The price per square footage went to $97.37. The average days on the market was 13. When you look at the ask price, the list price, $168,568. The average sales price, $168,131. Things were selling faster, not much of a discount. We see how aggressive that seller's market is. You had 19 total transactions as mentioned. 9 of those were FHA, 3 were VA, 6 were conventional, and 1 was state housing conventional. So nobody paid cash last year because everybody was holding on to their dollars because of the climate, what we were in. So what are we doing this year? Well, right now, year to date, we have 5 closed transactions. We have 1 that is currently active on the market, and we have 2 that are pending. So let's look at the close because we don't know what the one that's on the market is going to sell for. We don't know what the 2 that are pending, what they are going to actually sell for when it's all said and done. But we do have the closed transactions, which is what we've been monitoring. You know what the average days on the market was? 1 day. 1 day before it went under contract. That's crazy. You got 3 conventional sales and 2 FHA. The average price per square foot is $102.96. The average list to sales price, you're looking at $173,660 is the average list price. $176,490 is the actual sale price. So on average, everything is selling above list price 1 day on the market. That's the seller's market we're in. That's the market that you're in at Hunter's Mill. If you're thinking about buying in there, that's what's going on. If you currently live in there, that's the indicator of how bad people want to be there. Once again, average days on the market, 1 day. And it is just, the data shows that we are still in this seller's market, specifically for you. We see houses trending. So depending on when you bought your house, if you bought your house in 2015 and it was at $72.72 per square foot, you have gained $30 per square foot because you're now at $102.96 per square foot. So that means you could be sitting on a lot of equity. No doubt in those 5 years you paid your mortgage down some. So you may be sitting on a money tree. But that money tree is only good if you capitalize on it. So if you want to talk more about your specific house, because even though this is the data, we got to look at your house. Do you have granite countertops? Do you have hardwood floors? Do you have a deck? Do you have a patio? Do you have a pool? When was your roof replaced? HVAC system, hot water heater. All these things are important. When's the last time you paint? Do you need some TLC on your house? Do you not? Not that we can't sell your house, but the thing is, what are we going to sell it for? How much money are you going to be able to put in your pocket? No doubt you want to put the most money in your pocket as possible. So call us. Let's have a conversation. Let's figure out what your next destination is going to be. Let's create a path forward so that we can help you find that next destination, take advantage of those low interest rates, and be able to capitalize on this. The reason why we're making this is because we have a buyer who wants to be in your neighborhood. So we would love to be able to connect that buyer with your property. But we can't do that if we don't know that you're thinking about selling. So if you're thinking about selling, if you know one of your neighbors that are thinking about selling, let us know because we have a pre-approved buyer ready to capitalize and ready to pay for your home in this market.
Come to think of it, we can help you anywhere in the country. Gotta make sure we're adding that.
Come to think of it, we can help you anywhere in the country if you were moving out of state or if you know somebody who's moving into this state. So we can help you anywhere, but we specifically are trying to find our buyer home in your community. But we want you to know what your community is doing so you know the opportunity that's there for you. Because if you don't know the opportunity that's there for you, then we can't capitalize on the opportunity for our buyer. And we all know that inventory is low right now. That's what the data shows. So we're being proactive and trying to look for these opportunities to be able to engage with you so we can help you create a path forward, and that opportunity will in turn help our buyer, our client, be able to get the home in the desired neighborhood that they want for their lifestyle. So if you want to talk to us, please give us a call. Once again, my name is Antonio Newton, team leader of the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to helping you with any of your real estate needs.